So, in this video, we will try to understand why Lord Sri Krishna had to incarnate during Mahabharata time. See, everything was good that time also. People were doing a lot of yagyas and people were actually chanting Vedas. Everything was a kind of fine, but why God had to born as Lord Sri Krishna and had to end the yuga, right? See, basically, people seemed to be living comfortably that time. Kingdoms were functioning. Pandavas and Kauravas existed. Life appeared to be going on normally that time. Then what was the necessity for Lord Sri Krishna to be born? Of course, Pandavas and Kauravas, even just before Pandavas and Kauravas also, everything was going fine, right? But then why Lord Sri Krishna had to born that time? See, God does not incarnate to fix problems that are visible on the surface. He incarnates to correct the destruction of dharma happening internally. This is the fundamental thing. God takes birth to correct the destruction of dharma. So nowadays also you may feel everything is going fine, then why God has to take birth? See, what was the real problem? The invisible but major issue at the time. See, dharma was collapsing from within. That was the major thing, even during that era. So, during that era, if you closely look at, kings had power but did not deliver justice. In the name of dharma, adharma was being practiced. So, the strong began deciding what was right in the society. So, if you take an example, see Draupadi was humiliated in the royal court. Then Bhishma and Drona were, treated as a very, righteous people, great people. Then what they did? They just remained silent. The time when Draupadi was humiliated. So this is extremely dangerous, this kind of behavior. See, when those who know dharma fail to protect it, that itself marks the beginning. That itself marks the beginning of incarnation of a great soul. That is the necessity. And those in power stopped protecting the people that time. You see, Kamsa killed infants for his selfish interests. Kingdoms were ruled by fear. People smiled outwardly but lived in fear and oppression internally. So, this may not be visible externally, but it slowly destroys society from within. This kind of behavior is dangerous. And humanity forgot the true meaning of dharma at the time. See, at the time, of course, yajnas were performed, worship was done, Vedas were recited, but there was no sense of duty, no justice, no compassion. Dharma is not ritual. Dharma is it's a way of life. This is exactly why Bhagavad Gita had to be taught. Why Lord Sri Krishna incarnated, and then why he actually he taught Bhagavad Gita. What was the necessity? If everything was fine, if dharma was very good, then what was the necessity where Bhagavad Gita had to be taught? So that is why Krishna said, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. That means whenever dharma weakens, whenever adharma rises, I incarnate. So not only when people suffer, but also when the meaning of dharma itself gets distorted. And why weren't the Pandavas and Kauravas enough? Pandavas were righteous, but they were confused. They were something like they were in a situation like, should they fight or not? Should they fight or not? Pandavas were in that situation, right? They were righteous, of course. So to practice dharma, courage is required. What is required to practice dharma? Courage is required. Krishna incarnated to give that courage. So the uniqueness of Krishna's incarnation is Krishna did not seek a kingdom, he did not wield weapons, but still he changed the world through wisdom, through discrimination, through the principle of karma, right? So you need to understand that if things are completely wrong, if everything is going completely wrong and everything is very, very kind of bad, then only God comes. This is not the right thing. This is not the right idea. This is not, the correct idea, basically. The correct idea is according to dharma. If dharma is going bad, yes, Krishna comes, right? The God has to reincarnate. See, and you may ask, is Krishna needed today? Yes. How? See, there are not many wars happening. Only that Ukraine and Russia war is happening, and some other wars in the Middle East. They're a bit controlled now. It seems to be controlled, but still, Krishna is needed for today's society. Kings are not dragging Draupadi into royal courts, of course, these days, but Krishna is still needed because the problem is not outside but inside us. See, what does adharma look like in this age? If you observe, see, in the past, kings committed wrongs while claiming to uphold dharma, and today, staying silent when we see injustice, saying it is not my problem, justifying mistakes by saying everyone does it, right? That's what happening. We are justifying all the mistakes by just saying everyone does it, so I'm also doing it. And we say it is not my problem. Hiding the truth out of fear is what is happening around the world. And you may think I will suffer a loss if I tell the truth. So this is the adharma of this age, and it is at its peak. The adharma is also has reached its peak. It is invisible outwardly, but it destroys a person from within. So, and you may ask, right? So you may think then what kind of war is happening nowadays? See, mainly the war in today's world, if you see, it's a kind of inner battlefield. Everybody is following adharma only. Almost everyone. Because they are having a kind of inner battlefield. They're thinking they have to opt one of these two, truth or comfort. You want to say truth or you just want comfort and live happily and ignore truth. You want dharma or fear, right? You want to do your duty or you want to be with your self-interest. See, just like just like Arjuna was unable to fight, we too struggle daily to take decisions. And the whole society has become like this. So Krishna is needed. And Krishna, the God, has to reincarnate now, right? So it's very much important because you may see pleasure in the society but not peace. There is an income for everybody but not contentment. There are relationships, but where is the trust? So these are the real problems. So they cannot be solved by war, but by wisdom. So, right, what we need is wisdom. And what Krishna did that time, he taught Bhagavad Gita. That's wisdom. Right? So, Krishna is just, you should not see Krishna as just a kind of a god or a leader, but you should see Krishna as a wisdom also. So Krishna's teachings are required now. God has to reincarnate now. So somebody asked, actually, that's why I'm making this video. See, there's no everything is going fine, things are fine, then what is the need of Kalki to take birth? So the need for Kalki to be born is this. So as this adharma is reaching the peaks, God always comes, and that's what is going to happen in the upcoming days. So there's no guarantee that you can get justice. You're living with adharma on your everyday life. Not only you, everybody is living. Where is the justice? You're paying taxes, no roads, no infrastructure, no government things are going fine. So many places, not only in one of the countries of the world, it's everywhere, so many places. Even in the places where things are going fine, still there is adharma in some areas, right? If you see USA, things seem to be very good, but what they are doing, they're selling weapons to others, and they're encouraging wars. So clearly, and they want the dollar dominance always. That's it. That is adharma. And that also reached its peaks. You can see the recent Russia Ukraine war as an example, and what they did in the Middle East, USA. And China is also doing some wrong things. And India, you can see our daily life. So that's it. You can clearly see adharma as reaching its peaks. It has already reached. Thanks for watching this video.